Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's 6 Feet Under, and today I'm checking in because it's been a very, very long time. Last time I uploaded a video, I believe it was a podcast, maybe like a week ago. I'm still not sure. It doesn't really matter though, because I'm going to try and upload daily. I'm going to have a series of 6 episodes coming now. Or no, there's going to be 5 episodes of this series, and then a couple days later there'll be a 6th. And I'm about to tell you why. If somebody were to ask me, hey Thomas, what's your favorite TV show? I would probably within about 3 seconds answer The Flash. Because, I love it, okay? I love the show. I think it's an awesome show. I think it's very, very, very entertaining. And I think it has so many problems with it that I cannot not talk about them. Especially since Netflix is releasing Season 6 of The Flash on Wednesday. So, yeah, I'm very excited. You see, I've seen the first few episodes of The Flash, or at least The Flash Season 6, on live TV. And it's so hard to sustain a habit of watching TV at the same time, same day, every week. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. So, you just want a blob of acrylic paint? I mean, there it is. Whatever. So, you know, I didn't catch up with it, so I decided to wait till it come out on Netflix. And this Wednesday, my dudes. So, I'm so excited. But today, we will be reviewing The Flash Season 1 that came out in 2014. If you don't know the story of The Flash, and you don't know the story of the show of The Flash, but you do have Netflix and you care at all, I'd say go back and watch it. So consider this a spoiler warning, because I will be discussing elements of the plot, and you will know the story of Season 1 of The Flash if you watch this video. So, if you still want to see The Flash, and you haven't yet, go. Don't watch this. You have to watch it somewhere else. With that out of the way, another warning. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying that this season is objectively good or objectively bad. Just understand this is my opinion. You do not have to agree with me. I'm just stating what I think. That said, let's get into it, baby. So, The Flash Season 1 starts with okay, actually, I think it would be best to start by mentioning his first appearance, Barry Allen's first appearance in Arrow. He starts in an episode where he helps Oliver with some forensic science. Saying that he was sent by Central City Police Department, and he wasn't. So he starts under shady circumstances, right? But Felicity likes him, so they let him stay. It's complicated. And when he gets back, and he did not have time to watch the particle accelerator explosion with Iris, and he was a little upset. So he goes back, he has to close the windows because it was raining really hard. And right as the dark matter wave from the particle accelerator explosion hits him, he is also struck by lightning, putting him in a coma for 9 months. And that's that. Yeah. That being said, actually, sorry. And then the first episode of Flash sees him doing that, and then him waking up in a coma 9 months, to Cisco Ramon and Caitlin Snow playing Poker Face by Lady Gaga to wake him up, because he said on his profile page, on his Facebook profile page, that that's his favorite song. I don't know why I remember this so vividly. Anyway, if I had to rate the first episode, or say what I don't like about it and what I do like about it, there would be some gripes, but I haven't watched it in a while. Actually, looking back on it, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good pilot. I did like the way that they wrote it and like some of the comedy. But, you know, The Flash, baby. Lightning gave me abs. Other than that, I'd say the first episode was pretty good. It got off to a nice start. I'm not going to explain the whole season because I don't remember it vividly enough and I don't really care. So I'm just going to give you the broad strokes of the story. So, he becomes the Flash when he gets struck by lightning. He stops a whole bunch of metas, his childhood bully, some guy that eats lightning. It's a long story. Along the way, the Flash starts to get, like, suspicious of his trainer, Harrison Wells, because he's seen some things and he didn't like very much, especially since a lot of Wells's locations had coincided with the locations of the murderer that killed his mom when he was 11. I don't know if I forgot to mention that. I did forget to mention that. Whatever. So he's like, Wells, and they figure out that Wells killed Barry's mom. That kind of sucked. But when they confront him and everything, he reveals to the Flash team that he's actually from the future. His name is not Harrison Wells. He stole the identity and the likeness of Harrison Wells 15 years back. Long story. He's actually named Eobard Thawne, and he's from 1,000 and something years in the future or whatever. That's crazy, because the detective that is friends with Barry and Iris and Joe, his name is Eddie Thawne, not Eobard, but Eddie Thawne, which means that Eddie is Eobard, Eddie is Eobard's great grandpa. And at the final episode of the show, when Eobard has his time machine and he's about to GTFO to get out, go back to his time, which is what he's been waiting for 15 years. Eddie shoots himself, so Eobard Thawne dies, because if Eddie Thawne dies before he can have kids, then there's no Eobard Thawne, because Eobard Thawne would have to be to the kids. You understand how time works. I mean, maybe you don't, but whatever. So Eobard Thawne kills himself, and so, Eddie Thawne kills himself, erasing Eobard from all of time. So, they catch the bad guy, I guess. And all in all, it was a pretty nice season, because you had the love interest between Eddie and Iris, and that was actually going pretty well for them. There was ups and downs and all that, but you could tell that the writers made it so there was actual synergy between them, and it was really nice. There was chemistry. There was also the fact that Barry revealed that he loved Iris, not in a brother-sister kind of way, but in a kind of way. Which is, I'm not gonna lie, kind of weird, because apparently Barry grew up with Iris as a sister, an adoptive sister, but a sister, sure. It's I don't know. It's like a bad escalation of that step bro meme, and it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But I guess he's not really her brother, so I guess it's fine. Whatever. I like the costumes. The costumes are another big part of what makes that season, this whole show, really good. Because the CW is actually commended on their costumes, not like freaking Supergirl. Supergirl is super bad. Anyway, the costumes were actually pretty good. So that added to the niceness, especially Reverse Flash. It's not the exact reverse of my boy Barry's costume, which is it's a bit aggravating, because he's supposed to be the exact reverse, right? But whatever. I just liked the way it was written. It was actually kind of funny, especially Cisco. Cisco is a very nice comedic relief character. And there's also, I think it was the first season that had the first instance of the Rogues, right? Or was that? No, it was the first season that the Rogues showed up in. The Rogues, or like Heatwave and Captain Cold and Golden Glider, all those people are known as the Rogues. They're robbers, and they're really funny and really cool. Except for Heatwave. Heatwave is written kind of badly. There's a thing going on between Cisco and Golden Glider. But, you know, all in all, it's pretty nice. I like the way that the Rogues are painted. The CCPD thing is, like, cool. I really like the CCPD aspect of it. I like the... one thing I'm really upset about is that in the pilot is something you send to the TV people to have it, like, checked and see if the TV people want to use your show. In the pilot, they have this thing where, like, Barry's a forensic scientist. He's smart. And you can see him being smart in the pilot when he pulls up to the Shelby's, tire marks, and he, like looks at him, does science things, and, like, text pops up on the screen and all that. And I really liked that. I thought that was a great way to show off that Barry's not just fast, he's smart as well. So, and the fact that they cut that is a little, like, upsetting because I really liked that aspect. But I understand because there were a lot of shows at the time that were doing that. I just didn't see them, and I didn't get to see them, or any show that did that, because I didn't want to go back to other shows. I think there was a little bit too much tie-in with Arrow in the first season. I feel like Flash should get to be a little bit more dependent, especially in his debut, but I understand why they did put more Arrow in there than any of the other seasons, because, again, Arrow was their first success. Like, Arrow, like, changed the TV world in 2012. So, like, putting as much as a successful show, the successful part of your universe, in there, in the first season to get people to like it, that makes sense. I respect the decision. I wish they would have made Barry a little bit more independent for the first season, but that's alright. I liked the way they wrote the Arrow in the Flash show, so that was pretty cool. Let's see, what else do I have? I liked the way that, Wells/Eobard, interacted with Barry before Barry knew that, Eobard was evil. I liked the way that he was like a father figure, other than Joe. The way he trained him, the way they wrote him was really nice. So I did like that. So, I'm going to summarize now because it's been kind of a long video. It's almost 14 minutes long. To summarize, why did I start with Joe? It sucks so bad. So, the first season, is probably the best season, if we're going to be totally honest, because the love relationships in the first season were the best. I think the villain in the first season was probably the best villain in the show. So, it is the first one not to have a crossover, I think. Or did it have the Dominators? I don't know. I don't know if the crossover wasn't good, though. So, the Dominators crossover, no matter what season it was in, bad. But other than that, I think the season was pretty good. It's probably the best season of The Flash, but that doesn't mean the rest of the seasons are bad. Except for Season 3. Season 3 was bad. We're going to get to that in a couple videos, but Season 3 is bad, and I will explain why. Other than that, I think it's the best season. I think it could definitely use some work. I mean, you can't work on it anymore. It's out. But it could have used some work into some places. Specifically, like, screenplay. I didn't like the way the camera was a lot of the time. CGI, But that's just kind of notorious, right? CW CGI is horrible, especially in Supergirl, because Supergirl is super bad. Anyway, I did like The Flash Season 1. I think that it was a really good way to start off a series and keep it going for a season. I think they did well. So, for Flash Season 1, I'm going to give it a hearty 8.75 out of 10. 8 3/4 out of 10 because they did do pretty well. So, with that being said, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. If you liked this review, there will be more Flash reviews coming later in the I'll upload one tomorrow and the next day. I'll film one every day. I'll get that Season 6 review out as quick as possible. But until then, thank you for watching this review. Thank you, if you subscribe, if you subscribe and like, thanks. But other than that, thank you so very much for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.